The homes of two prominent chiefs in Oghara Kingdom, namely Chief Duncan Ewhere and Chief Atumah, both in Oghara Junction, have come under serious attack all in one night. The reasons for the attack by hoodlums are still unclear, but rumors making the round say it is not unconnected to the recent youth unrest due to leadership tussle that has hit Otefe community in Oghara recently. The attacks were so severe, and when Rero TV visited the scenes of the incident, properties worth millions were destroyed and other valuables carted away. Chief Duncan and Chief Atumah spoke to Rero TV, narrating the ordeal, and this is what they had to say.
As a matter of fact, yesterday, I was working in my environment. In fact, I went to buy something at about 9 o'clock in the evening. Then as I was coming, I noticed shooting. I noticed boys, running towards my side. If I wait until I open this gate, they were shouting my name. If I wait until I open this gate, they might get me. So I hid myself behind this plantation. Okay. Behind the plantation. Look at this place, there was light here. This light illuminates into this place. Okay. So the question of whether you see people or not is out of there. I saw them clearly. So they came. I think their attempts is an attempt of my life. And I have shown you the vehicle, my vehicle they burnt. They tried to pull this gate down. They were pushing the gate. So many of them were pushing the gate. I was able to identify a few of the faces. I don't know why they are here to do that. Holding guns, shooting sporadically. As they could not push down this gate, one of them was holding petrol on his hand. They put the petrol in this place, pour it, they lit fire. This place was about taken by fire yesterday. I said, oh my God, my property is gone. So right there and then, I started making calls to people. I called the DPO. I called the army captain in charge of this area to come for my rescue, at least so that he can save my life and that of my family. My wife and my children were in the house. My tenants were in the house, their family, and the compound is about going on flame. So they did that, and they left here trying to move around the compound. The next thing I saw was a ball of fire from the back. I noticed it, there was a problem. They were shooting. So and I ran away from this because if they will come back here, they might see me. And I ran away and took off from this environment. That was what happened yesterday. Whoever is involved, I don't know what I did. I don't link it to any crisis anywhere.
Chief, but you are a very prominent chief in the Otefe Kingdom. And just on Sunday, over the weekend, there seemed to be some tension relating to this youth leadership in Otefe. So do you think this issue might be connected?
Well, if it is connected, that could be remote, but I don't think there's reason for that to connect this. Ejemonyame and Otefe, they are two different communities. There are two different communities. So anything that's happening in Otefe and Otefe. I have houses in Otefe. If that one was to be the case, they could have gone to my house in Otefe and raised it down. But if that's linking to this one, maybe by the time, if we say our police, they will investigate to know why they did that. They may confess who is sending them.
So what's the present situation as of this morning, sir?
Well, last night, that same night, I called the council chairman, look at what is happening to me, please, I need rescue. In fact, he talked to the DPO. In fact, initially, the DPO said, no fire in my place. And I was saying, fire here. He said, his men in my gates, no fire. Nobody was here. And I called the council chairman. I called the Ewhere. In fact, they put pressure, and eventually the police came. They saw fire. They saw fire. I don't know where this thing is coming from.
They said, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. So I managed to escape through the back door. So all I had was shooting, shooting, shooting. They started destroying the house. They burnt the two cars I have. They set the house on fire, looted all the property, the money I had at home. More than about 650,000 naira was removed from my cupboard. And the my documents, all my documents concerning my company and my school certificate were all burnt. The vehicle particulars, the little money I kept in my car, one of the cars is 150, the other one is 250 for my domestic usage. So the whole thing was burnt. And you can see that the roof of the building, they said from the 4 angles, they said my laptop, my children's laptop, because my children, about 4 of them are with me in the house. They are on holiday. So the 4 laptop, my video, my phone, my TV, my radio, and so forth were all damaged. My cupboard, my books, my shelf, everything were destroyed. You can see them, you can go around and see. They threatened to come back and kill my family, that they want to wipe out my family. And I managed to know some of them.
Okay, Chief. In spite of all this that actually happened, there's no smoke without fire. Where do you think this whole issue is emanating from?
It's emanating from the youth election in the Otefe community.
Okay. And which faction are you suspecting to be behind this attack?
Eriatake, the Bori daughter, is where this problem is emanating.
Actually, what's the genesis of the issues?
The genesis of this issue, the youth, the Otefe is 2 sections. They called one Igbegabo, the other one is Ejemkewa. And the youth, this thing is always 3 years, it's rotational.
Okay.
Once it gets to A, then it gets to B, rotational. Now, after B has completed their 3 years tenure, they zone the youth chairman to Igbegabo, which is A. Now, the governor daughter, which is Eriatake, insisted that the one that has just completed his tenure yesterday should continue for another 3 years.
So his tenure was supposed to expire yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. And another chairman had been sworn in from Part A.
So, Chief, sir, now that we've seen this damage, sir, what have you done? What efforts have you made to reach out to the security agency?
Yesterday night, my son called the DPO. The DPO said it was a communal crisis, that he will not, that is not in Oghara, that is a communal crisis. So I made an effort. I called my son called him. I was there when he was calling him. He said it's not in Oghara, that is a communal crisis.
So up to this very moment, no security agency has come to see this?
No.